isn't the end of the world. I think that people tend to fixate on failure and they don't always think about the path towards success. They see someone who's successful, they see someone doing something that they wish they could be doing, and there's this sort of perception that, oh, that person's just gifted, or it just naturally happened that way. When in reality, most people go through failure all the time to get to where they are. I tend to embrace failure. I think failure is the best way to learn. For me, and I think other people who are going after big goals, they look for fuel in failure, because failure is it's a small piece of information that tells you what you did wrong, and it allows you to go back and retry what you just did and make a couple changes here and there and try again. BMX, skateboarding, all types, I mean any kind of sport, but more often than not with BMX and skateboarding, you have that, you come face to face with that similar problem where you're trying that trick, you're trying to stick it, and you fail hundreds, thousands of times. And each time you're trying something different, whether it's repositioning your feet or readjusting your weight, how you're distributing your weight, finding that right balance point. You're necessarily going to be failing a lot of times until you find that sweet spot. That's something that I heard Rodney Mullen speak about quite a bit in his journey to becoming like a master flat ground skateboard rider, is that, you know, everything is about looking for the right set of parameters. Everything is a parameter. How you're standing on the skateboard, how you're positioning your handlebars on your bike, whatever it is. And as you're going for that trick, you have to move your body in a certain way, you have to reposition yourself, and all of these are little steps and little pieces of an ingredient that go towards making that trick. So I look at flatland very similar to how I approach 856, in the sense that I'm trying things that in my head I feel like are possible. I won't know until I try it. And again, more often than not, I'm going to fail trying that trick or trying to edit a video in a certain way. And when it doesn't click, if I don't land that trick, or if the video's just not looking right, I backtrack a little bit. I say, this is the point where I failed. Let me see what led up to this point, and let me try something else.